Alright, how's everybody doing out there in Math Magic Land? This is Miss Muscarella coming at you, and we're going to take a look at exponent rules, and this time we're going to look at the power rule. Now first we're going to kind of play with this a little bit and simplify this using the power rule. Now if I take a look inside my parentheses here, I've got 2 to the 4th power. So what I'm going to do is write that. The 4th power means I'm going to have 2 written 4 times. So 2 times 2 times 2 times another 2. And I've got all of that raised to the 3rd power. Now, what I'm going to do is, since I have an exponent, since my exponent here is 3 on the outside, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite that 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I'm going to rewrite that 3 times. Now notice, if I do write that 3 times, my base, okay, so let's go back here, up here, the original problem, my base was 2. And notice all these numbers going across here along the bottom, they're all 2. Now how many 2's do I have? So since I'm multiplying, I can simply just count how many 2's I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my answer using the power rule would be 2 to the 12th power. So here's my question. How can you use 4 and 3 to get 12? That's right, you multiply them together. Very good. So the power rule is going to simply have you multiply your exponents together. Now let's take a quick look at several examples. Alright, so we're going to simplify these using the product rule. Now my base here is 7. 7's my base. Okay, so we need to make sure we keep our base the same. Now the power of 4 and the other power, the other exponent of 3, 4 times 3 gives me a product of 12. So that way, that's all I got to do. 4 times 3 gives me that 12. Woohoo, yeah. Now over here in example B, I've got x to the 5th squared. So again, we're going to use our powers of simple arithmetic here. 8x to the 5th squared is going to be x to the 10th power. But woo, be careful here. This one, I think you guys would do okay with it, with the x term. I'm sure you would get x to the what power? Yeah, that's right, x to the 12th. But what about this negative 10 right here? What about that value? So let's kind of do this a long way here for a second. If I had negative 10x to the 6th, and I had that twice, so negative 10x to the 6th. Now, we already know we're going to end up with x to the 12th power, okay? So that I'm not worried about. I think you guys will be okay with those two guys right there. But here's where a lot of people may make a mistake. So you have to be careful, because this squared on the outside, that is going to apply to the terms on the inside too. So negative 10, so if you kind of think about that, let me do this on the side. So if I have negative 10 and I square that, that's the same thing as negative 10 times another negative 10, and we all know negative 10 times negative 10 is positive 100. Alright, so my final answer on that one would be positive 100 x to the 12th power. Please be sure you don't make the careless mistake of saying, oh, the coefficient would be negative 20, because that's wrong. Don't do that. Now, with that same idea here, let's take a look at 1/3 x y cubed, that quantity squared. So again, we're going to take our exponent, we're going to distribute that here and here, and I'm going to have 1/3 squared x. Oh man, there's no exponent there. Oh no, what do we do? We don't panic, because we know the exponent's 1. And then 1 times 2 gives you a product of 2. And then our y exponent is going to be y to the 3 times 2, which gives me 6. Now I just have to clean up my coefficient here. 1/3 squared, 1/3 times 1/3, the top, 1 times 1 will give you 1. 3 squared, 3 times 3 gives me 9. So my final answer is going to be 1/9 x squared y to the 6th power. Alright, that's it for this video. Take your time when simplifying using the power rule, and I'm sure you guys will rock this out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace out.